Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled A Year for K2-315b. So, what do we see here? Well, here we see an artist's conception image of an exoplanet. So this is a planet around another star, in this case a star that is about 185 light years away. Now, what is interesting about this planet? Well, for today, which happens to be Pi Day, March 14th, this is a planet that orbits its star with a period of 3.14 days. So its year is 3.14 days long, and as you likely know, 3.14 is a relatively close approximation for the value of pi. Pi itself is an irrational number where the decimal points just go on and on forever without ever repeating. But this one is very close, so this planet actually orbits its star with a period of almost pi days. And that also means it orbits very close to its star. Orbiting only 3 days means it has to be very close to its star. If we think about that in our solar system, Mercury, being the closest planet to our sun, orbits in 88 days. So this planet can do nearly 30 orbits in the time Mercury does just one. And Mercury is the fastest planet in our solar system and the closest one to our own sun. Now we start to find this in a lot of systems. As we find more and more exoplanets, we find that there are a lot of them that are close to their stars, meaning that they would not be habitable type planets. The surface could be much too hot to be able to hold water, which is usually what we look at as a sign for possibility of life. But over the last few decades, we have discovered more and more exoplanets, including this one, which was discovered in data from the Kepler space that looked at a different region of the sky and looked for variations in star brightness. And what it would do is find that cases where a planet passed directly in front of the star, causing its light to dim slightly. When it did that with a regular pattern, in this case, every 3 days, then we would be able to determine that the planet's orbit and confirm that the planet actually did exist. So it could take a while to actually do that, depending on how long the orbit was. In this case, this one was confirmed back in 2020. So over this time, since the last, say, 20 years or so, the number of exoplanets has grown greatly, from hundreds to thousands now, 5,000-6,000 planets that are now known outside of our solar system. And just a decade or so before that, we did not know of any. There were no confirmed exoplanets at that point. So it's only been within the last few decades that we have really been able to study these, which gives us a much better perspective on planetary formation. Better able to look at statistics of how planets form around stars instead of looking at just our own solar system, which for the longest time was all we had to look at. So that was our picture of the day, titled A Year for K2-315b. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Equinox at the Pyramid. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.